No, I pay my dues. I've been a part of some great shit, some legendary shit. I work with Nas. Hove has heard the records. Like I've done the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't toot my own horn that often, but I've been able to do that. But at the same time, the most fun I'm having is this shit.
Everything that we do is hella fly. Yeah, we stepping out in the sun all the time. Take a flight, see the Hollywood sign. Palm trees, what we see all the time. Palm trees mixed with a nice breeze. Sunshine, baby, melt ice cream. Palm trees mixed with a nice breeze. Sunshine, baby, melt ice cream.
We got a legend, motherfucking legend. You understand me? We got a legend here at AJ Snow album listening party. God don't like ugly. Get your shit together. You know what I'm saying? Got my boy right here, none other than Jansport J. What's up with it, dog?
All right, man. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for having me. Yes, sir.
Man, how you feeling, man?
Man, I'm great. I'm great. We just played the album, you know what I'm saying? Just touch hands with the people, real organic shit. I'm feeling good tonight, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Had a couple shots, a couple drinks, you know what I'm saying? Niggas feeling great.
That's right, that's right. Yeah, man, it's just a pleasure to meet you, man. Like I said, you know, my cousin, shout out my cousin Jamel, you know what I'm saying? That's Imani from the Far Side's brother, man. Love you, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, when I was going through my, my situation mentally or whatever, like I was telling you, man, he slid me the MacBook and it had Jansport J. I can't remember the exact projects, but I remember the date, you know what I'm saying? That shit was literally like 2010, 2011. I was in Hollywood.
Yeah, crazy.
And you know what I'm saying? And trying to rap over him and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then with my boy Snowy, the project, when y'all like out in the front yard or something like that, on the cover art.
Yeah, Don't Work the Real, the first one.
Bro,
Yeah.
I'm like, Jansport, I hear Jansport, like the tagline.
Yeah.
Hold on, I had to listen. I'm like, oh, he got Jansport, that's crazy, that's random. Like, okay.
Yeah.
And then, that's a flex. I keep bringing it up all the time when I talk to Snow, but y'all was in Japan. We talked about this before in the last interview. This the person we was talking about when Snow was out there in Japan. That's a flex.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of cats don't even go past Arizona. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My dogs went to the whole, you know what I'm saying, Japan, sipping on sake and eating sushi and sashimi and all that.
Yeah, real
shit.
shit.
You know what I mean?
Real shit.
You know what I mean? So tomorrow we eat steaks.
Yeah.
It has a certain warmth to it. Soulful, real, timeless. When you first started building the sound for it, what did you want people to feel?
Man, honestly, I was going off a new inspiration, you know what I'm saying? I've been building with Snow for a couple of years now, right? And Kalvo always been the homie as well, like just building with Snow. And so just seeing their friendship and their relationship, it just kind of inspired me to I always wanted to be like a producer of a group, you know what I'm saying? I came up like I love Little Brother, you know what I'm saying? I always love like Gangstar and groups like that where it's the two MCs or one MC or two MCs and the producer, you know what I'm saying? So it was a
like my
opportunity, yeah. So like the way that they rock with each other, I was like, man, like let me just, as a producer, just noticing the energy. So it was like, okay, cool. Like these niggas just want to rap. Let me just send them shit, you know what I'm saying? So as a producer, all I'm doing is I'm just sending them, as we get started, I'm just sending them beats to see what they fuck with. And I can't remember what they might have did first. Maybe it was, what I can remember is that Lose My Mind was a record that me and AJ was trying to figure out for a minute. We had a couple different features on there and it just never felt all the way right. And so Kalvo heard it, and when he hopped on there, it was like, that's it. That's what we've been looking for. And that feels special. Let's keep building. So off of that, we kept creating, and me sonically, it's like, okay, cool, we need this type of record. We need a Nobu. We need, for my type of sound, we need a self-mastery. We need a, like the Miami Vice, you know what I'm saying? We gotta give them a little bit of everything. Kalvo coming from the TFM tree, you know what I'm saying? I knew that we can get off the lifestyle shit that people, know as lifestyle, but also just some of the soul sample kind of hard boom bap shit and make it all feel like it belongs together, because that it reflects our own personalities and our own tastes, you know what I'm saying? So meeting those two kids like really was like the perfect outlet for what I've always wanted to do sonically,
So this is just perfect for you. You like,
yeah, because I think niggas always assume like with my sound, obviously soul samples and boom bap and stuff, I think niggas always assume that I listen to Maxwell and D'Angelo, rest in peace, all day long. And it's like, I fuck with that, but also I came up off of like Timbaland and Drew Down and West Side Connection, and like I'm all, you know what I'm saying? So like to be able to mix it up and to be able to look at them and say, okay, cool, I can pull some like some Bay influence, I could pull some like, you know, East Coast influence, just like making a melting pot. That was, you know, the blessing in that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right? I lose the bitch before I lose my mind.
Yeah.
So you work with a lot of different artists, but AJ Snow and Kool Kidd Kalvo have a special chemistry with your production. What made this collab click differently?
Just their organic relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I knew both of them. I knew AJ more. I was getting to know Calvo, and just their own kind of taste of seeing how, like, just hanging out with them, like barbecuing with them and just going to the beach or whatever, just seeing how like they joke on each other and shit like that. It's that actual, like when we say lifestyle rap, it's actually like real lifestyle, seeing how they rock, to where it's like, okay, like I know these niggas both just like to rap too. So how do I like give them sonics that will allow for them to do that? And I can honestly say it was just hanging out with them, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't too much more than that. It's just hanging out with them and the vibe for that day, to where it's like, all right, I'm gonna send these beats today because I feel like this is what they on, you know?
Right.
And just kind of molding it from there.
I like that on the cover art, you know what I'm saying, with the steaks. So that was like real, that was real time, real.
Niggas was actually just barbecuing that day and just shot the shit.
And that's what's fire. I see, I don't just appreciate the music, I appreciate cover art.
Yeah, even for me, I was like, man, do we want it to be more polished? Do we want it to, it's like, no, bro, this is what niggas was doing that day.
No.
Like, let's make it look like that.
Keep doing that, because every time y'all drop something, it makes sense.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? It you know, you can feel it. But I got one for you, man. I know you're gonna definitely like this one. When you're making beats, do you start with a feeling or a sample? What usually sparks the first creative move?
For the most part, I'm going through samples. I'll have albums that I download or like records that I dig for or whatever, and just kind of go through it. And a lot of times, like I do like playlist shit. So I'll go through an album. If I hear something I can fuck with, throw it in the, all right, cool, I'm gonna chop this up later. And just go through the whole album and, you know, put those joints over there. And then, like, if it's a Ruby Andrews record, you know what I'm saying, is 5 of the 10 I really fuck with, I can chop with, I'm gonna chop those 5 for the day. You know what I'm saying? And if I can hear people on it, how I work now, if I can hear somebody on it, I'm sending it immediately. You know what I'm saying? Just to, like, keep it going, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, a lot of the times I'm starting with the samples first. And then also what I've been doing a lot of lately is I'll build around old records or acapellas, you know what I'm saying? Like Calvo might have some old shit that he didn't use or whatever, or Snow, and I'll just get the vocals from that and just kind of build around. I want to say Better Living, we might have did some shit like that, to where it was like an old record that AJ sent me, and I just started making the beat around that, and it allowed him for him to finish that record. So a lot of times just like actually building beats around the vocals is what inspires me as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go. As a producer, what's your process for keeping the artist's voice front center while still letting your own signature shine through?
Man, letting them do them first. Letting them do whatever they hear, whatever they feel. A lot of times we'll do scratch vocals first. So like when I'm working with Snow, he's at the crib record shit and he'll send it through. And then however I want to structure the beat around, if I want to do a drop here, if I want to add a vocal sample, whatever, we do all that as we going back and forth. And then we'll go into the studio and lay it the way that we want to do it, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I try to make sure, I have a philosophy that to be a great producer, you gotta let the artist shine. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, that's how it's always been in hip hop. It's been the rapper and then the DJ, you know what I'm saying? Both are important, but the rapper got to shine, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to that ego shit, I'm not into that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what is the artist feeling? Where are they at? What do they want to say? And then my job as a producer who's worked with all these different people, I've done this so long that now it's like, all right, I just know how to mold the shit and package it, you know what I'm saying? So that's just what I try to do.
Okay. You've been in the game for a minute. Yeah. How has your ear evolved over the years? What do you listen What do you listen for now that you didn't back then? What do you listen to now that you didn't, you know?
I think I listen for imperfections. I think I listen for I think in the game sometimes people be trying to polish up shit so much that I listen to the raw kind of patterns that come up. Like with AJ, as we started working, he always likes to start a verse with look, 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 that's his comfort zone. And then as we like would kind of mix albums, he would try to take that out. And I was like, nah, bro, that's marketing. You know what I'm saying? That's a trademark for you. Niggas know when they hear that, look, AJ about to come on, you know what I'm saying? So I try to let the artists be who they are raw and figure out what's the marketing principles that we could take out of it to really make the sound theirs, you know what I'm saying? So really it's just kind of like stepping back, not trying to perfect shit, trying to find who the artist is and build around it. So that's really what I listen for.
Okay. What was the biggest challenge putting Tomorrow We Eat Steaks together, whether musically or creatively?
I think just people being in different places, just trying to make sure like we did, you know, niggas wrote verses and had ideas and stuff like that. But when it comes to getting to the studio or mixing the record, you know, the homie might be in Arizona, the other homie might be here. I might be, you know what I'm saying, working somewhere. So just trying to make sure we can have that synergy. But at the end of the day, just I just believe in being intentional about shit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm a nerd when it comes to structure, you know what I'm saying? Like I know niggas, we all smoke, we all just randomly do shit, but when it comes to like putting the album together, that's when I'm gonna step in and be like, all right, bet, we got these vocals, I'm gonna go to Tino now, we mixing it this way, this is how we doing it, listen to this, Adrian, you cool with this? You got any revisions? But that's where I kind of bring in the structure afterwards. So it's like the hardest part is really trying to get that point to corral where it's like we're gonna introduce the structure to this shit, you know? So it's like a balance between raw inspiration and then, okay, now it's time to put the shit together.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. If you had to describe the energy of this project in 3 words, what would you say they'd be?
I would say the energy of this album is authentic, is raw, and it's I don't know, it's redundant, but it's true. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like each one of us played our role and was us. You know what I'm saying? I could go back and listen to this project and really feel like, man, it sound like some evolved Jansport J shit on the production. And what I love about Kalvo, I don't know if anybody else catch it, but Kalvo reminds me of like obviously he's in Larry's camp and shit, and so like there's that lifestyle lane, but Kalvo also give me like a Nirvana, like alternative rock type vibe. And then AJ is so cool with his shit. It's like blending all that together. It just felt like authentic. So like those 3 words to me is like somehow all that shit really did blend together to make an album that what I can say about it is that I don't think anything sounds like that shit.
Yeah.
And that's how you could really, you could sit in this lane where people fuck with that shit forever and it feels special to them, or they just don't fuck with it. But either way, you gotta feel a way about the project. It's not just no random shit that you hear, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
And I strongly agree, because like when I listen to it, it sound like I like when I listen to West Side, coming from the West Side.
Yeah.
That sound like when the old Jansport J that I used to listen to.
That's the cookie cutter Jansport J sound. Okay. But then when you hear like I love
Bottega Louie.
Bottega Louie's out of my pocket. Nobu's a little bit out of my pocket. And these are beats I wouldn't play in a beat set, but that's what I'm saying as a producer. It's like get out of the ego and certain record and just be like, all right, man, this is what these niggas is on, and this is the sound, and like let like evolve, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I could say about AJ and Kalvo. Like the niggas really helped me evolve as a producer and try some new shit that don't feel like I'm ashamed of it. It feel like, oh man, I never thought I would have been over here, but this feels cool. And even as I did the album with, you know, Kalvo, like that shit got its own sound, and like me and AJ got our own sound. So like them niggas really push me, and like Tomorrow We Eatin' Sticks is like the pinnacle of that.
It's dope.
Yeah.
It's dope. All right, so I got a last one for you, my boy. Here on Beneath the Palms, we like to end with reflection. When you look back years from now, what do you want Tomorrow We Eat Steaks to represent in your story as a producer?
Man, I wanted to represent freedom. And that's where I'm at right now, as far as like, you know, I pay my dues. I've been a part of some great shit, some legendary shit. I work with Nas, Hove has heard the records. Like I've done the shit, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't toot my own horn that often, but I've been able to do that. But at the same time, the most fun I'm having is this shit, as far as like building the sound, you know what I'm saying? Experimenting and like giving these emerging artists that like they already put in the work and just adding in what I can to it and it feeling special, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, AJ and Kalvo, with or without me, they going, but to be able to work with both of them and just to start from a place of like, man, I wonder what this would sound like. And then to finish the album and be like, man, I'm proud of this shit. You know what I'm saying? It don't sound like nothing else. And I know, even as a fan, I'm not saying it's the greatest shit ever, but what I'm saying is that I know if I stumble across this, I'd be like, damn, this shit different, I fuck with it. And that's all I want. I want people to feel the same way I felt when I heard Timbaland's Welcome to Our World. That's not the greatest album in the world, but that shit changed my mind, like production-wise, and changed my life, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I would hope somebody would come across Tomorrow We Eating Steaks and it's an album for them as well, you know what I'm saying?
Dope.
Yeah.
Man, y'all heard it. It's the man right here. You don't really see him like that. I ain't ever really seen him out there like that, you know what I'm saying? But I got him. You know what I'm saying? Here, beneath the palms. You know what I'm saying? Willie Abstrakt, my boy Jansport J.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm
My guy,
saying?
appreciate it. Appreciate
man,
you pulling
let
up.
the people know what's up, man, where to find you, where to follow you, and what you got going, man.
Yeah, man, Jansport J on Instagram, on Threads, on most of them social platforms. I'm working with me and Snow working. We got God Don't Like Ugly coming out. Me and Kalvo working. Me and Jams working. I got some shit coming with Fleelor, Isaiah Rashad, a bunch of the homies. So like, I'm working. 2026 is gonna be a good year. So just tap in with me. This is gonna be a lot of music.
Oh man, for sure. You know we're gonna have to get a beat, man, an intro beat or something, man. I'm trying to switch them up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We need a little beneath the palms intro. You know what I'm saying? At first, you know, when I started, man, I was rocking with polyester.
Oh, that's why Polly put me on.
Oh yeah,
Polly hit me. It's a project called, I don't know if you know about it, Curly Tops Nautica Jackets. It's a mixtape that during the LA blog era, because that's when I came up. But that album really kind of corralled everybody at the time. So it's Dom, it's Blue, it's Overdose, it's all. And Polly hit me up on MySpace. LAUSD produced the whole project, him and Lazy Lou. But they reached out to me, I was in college at the time. They said, yo, we want to get like another producer on here to just do 1 or 2 joints. And so I did, We Made It 09 and Starter Jackets. And from there I got on 2 Dope Boys and the doors opened for me from there. So Polyester, that's my big homie forever, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I got.
Shout out to Polyester,
Yeah,
man.
Poly the same.
You know what I mean? Yeah. All right, man. Appreciate
Yes,
you,
sir.
man.
Most
You're always
definitely.
welcome beneath the palms, man.
All right, yes, sir.